Hey guys, so for this short video, I just want to take some time um, to guide us through the mechanics of the course. So to do an overview of the Moodle page as well as the syllabus to give us some sense of the course mechanics and how things are going to work over the course of the next 10, 11, however many weeks there are in this quarter. So first let me share the screen and we'll look at the syllabus together. Okay, so here's our course syllabus. I encourage you to read through the overview on your own. All of my contact information and other important course data is included in the left margin over there. So here's the evaluation. So this is a picture of the various assignments, components that make up your evaluation of the grade, or excuse me, of the class, and what materials will be going into your grade. So we have reflection papers worth 20%, a midterm paper worth 20%, final paper 25%, discussion forums 15%, quizzes are worth 10%, and then lastly, engaged reading is worth 10%. So I just wanted to bring that to your attention on page 2 of the syllabus, and I'll refer to those assignments as we walk through where they're located, how you can access them, and complete them on the Moodle page. And so here's a description of all of these various assignments, components of the course. So this is all the relevant information you would need. So I encourage you to read through all of that. And then we've got some nice university admin boilerplate stuff, which is in many cases important. So please do read through that as well. Let me know if you have any questions about anything. And then on page 6, I think it is, we get to the course schedule, which is broken down by week, the relevant topics that will be taken up in the readings and materials for that week, and then what readings are assigned, and then the work due. Now for this class, all assignments are due Sunday night by 11:59 p.m. And on the other end of things, all assignments open up for the relevant week at midnight on Monday. So basically late Sunday night, the assignments for the upcoming week will open up. And you can see those included here. So the very first assignment, which many of you have already completed, and I've read through some of them already, but the very first assignment, and this is due Sunday, are personal introductions. So there is specific guidance for that assignment on Moodle. Okay. And so all of this is included on the Moodle, but there is some specific language regarding the topics or the subject matter associated with the readings that you might want to check out on the syllabus. Okay, so now let me turn to the Moodle page. Let's see. Sorry about that. And is it going to share? Is it going to share the screen? I don't know. Hold on. Sorry. Try this again. Okay, here we go. So here's our Moodle page. So here's where all announcements can be found, but of course you'll get an email notification and you'll receive these announcements as I make them through email. Here's this where you can find the syllabus. And also if you're interested in becoming a philosophy minor, SOU does not currently have a philosophy major. However, there is a minor, actually 3 minors associated with philosophy. There's a general minor, a minor in ethics, and then a sort of interdisciplinary minor that works also with English and communication, and that's rhetoric and reason. But let's jump ahead now to week 1 so we can take a look at some of these assignments. So throughout the course, as you'll see, I use these existential comics here. This is a funny one having to do with Plato's Apology, and so that's the reading assignment for, excuse me, the following, oh, no, that's the first one, sorry, Philosophy Infomercial. Yeah, so let me jump ahead to week 2. All right, so here's the reading for the, for the week, Plato's Apology, and there's an existential comics there that has to do with that dialogue. And so this is one thing I want to talk about. This is an example of how the program hypothesis works. So this is how you'll access most of the reading. So if you read on the syllabus, a description of the engaged reading component of your grade, which is worth 10% of your grade, most of the assignments, the readings, so all the readings are free. They're given either through a web link or a PDF on our Moodle. But most of the assignments, not all of them, most of them are set up through Hypothesis, which is a social annotation application that allows a community of readers, in this case our class, to work through or navigate a difficult text together. And so where the engaged reading is assigned, that is, in instances where the assigned material is set up through Hypothesis, once you click on it, you'll be brought to a page like this, and now you can annotate. So you can highlight text like I've done here, and then you see this annotate button, and then that'll allow you to type some things in here. Yeah. So I would like you to, as you work through the readings each week, I would like you to annotate 2 passages, 2 excerpts or selections of text, which means a sentence or more. And so you can comment on what you find to be most important, interesting, problematic, or confusing. You can pose questions, and then your classmates, the other members of the class, can see what you've annotated, see how you've commented or posed questions, and they can respond. And you can also respond to them. So not only can you annotate the text, you can kind of annotate others' annotations. You can reply to them and create this really rich and interesting conversation. Okay. So I'll leave that there. So that's the engaged reading component of your grade. And then also each week there are quizzes. And the quizzes are very short, and so they're really just to test the adequacy of your engagement, the rigor of your understanding of the materials. And the quizzes are quite short. There are typically only 5 questions, multiple choice or true or false questions for these quizzes. And then we have the discussion forum. And so I'm asking you to select, and I always provide 3 prompts related to the readings for the week. And I ask you to select and respond to one of the prompts, so not all of them, just one of them. And then to reply to at least one of your classmates' posts. And so doing so will give you 100% credit as showing your participation in this particular area of the class. So here's jumping ahead to week 3. We can see there's the engaged reading assignment, quiz, another discussion forum. I already have some older lectures that I'm probably not going to change in certain instances. So I want to jump ahead to week 4 because that's where the first reflection paper is due. And so there are 2 reflection papers due for the whole term. And this, like the discussion forum, is a low-stakes opportunity for you to work through some challenging or difficult material on your own and then to solicit feedback from me. And I like to give pretty substantive comments on papers. And so this is graded first by completion, but there is the opportunity for 1 point of extra credit, which would be depicted as a check plus when I grade your paper. And I give check pluses in instances where I've learned something from your own reflection, and it seems to me that you put quite a bit of effort and thought into your work. And so there is no minimum for these assignments, but there is a 350 word maximum, which is roughly 1 page of double-spaced typing if you're using like a 12-point font. Okay. Moving ahead just a little bit, you can see how the course is laid out, more existential comics, and here's a video. So I sometimes embed YouTube videos if I think they might be helpful or illuminating in reference to one of the readings or philosophical questions that we're pursuing. And then week 6, just to give you a heads up on this, week 6, in addition to the engaged reading, the quiz, and I haven't yet created the quiz or the discussion forum for week 6, but there is a midterm assignment, and so that is due week 6, and that is a 3 to 5 page paper in which you respond to this particular prompt where I'm asking you to reflect on the nature of self or personal identity, since that's the very first unit through which we'll be working, or theme that we'll be focused on in the course. Okay. So I'll just show you the rest of it. So that's week 7 after the midterm. And this is really marking our move from the first theme or unit of the course focused on personal identity or selfhood to the second theme or unit of the course having to do with world. Okay. And there's not really too much more I want to say about this, but please do move around in Moodle, explore it, check it out, get familiar with it, and don't hesitate to reach out if you have any questions or concerns. Just shoot me an email, and I'll try to get back to you. So I'm going to stop sharing the screen here. And that's really all I wanted to say about the course setup and what's expected in terms of your evaluation. But if you have any questions or whatever, just let me know. And I look forward to working with you guys some more.